Hey everyone, how's it going? This is going to be another watch tour video, and in this video we are taking a look at another Rolex Daytona. Now this is a very beautiful Daytona. It's a very special Daytona as well. It has a lot of history and has a lot of lore behind its name, and this Rolex Daytona is nicknamed the Baby Le Mans, a re-release of the special 50th anniversary Rolex Le Mans. As you can see, this is a standard large Rolex box that comes with most modern day Daytonas. As you can see, this does come on what people call triple box, but it has this outer sleeve, which I'm going to put on the side. Here is your standard outer cream colored box. The top lifts up like so. Underneath that, we do have this nice little foam piece. And underneath all of that, we have the beautiful standard Rolex screen box. And there we have the beautiful, beautiful watch. Let's go ahead and pick it up. So as you can see, we have a white gold Rolex Daytona Cosmograph. This is called the Baby Le Mans. We have a nice black ceramic or Cerachrom bezel. And we have a nice sapphire crystal. We have a deep black dial with the red Daytona accent or red Daytona lettering, double textured two-tone silver subdials. As you can see, it's mounted on this oyster flex strap. And taking a look at that beautiful, beautiful clasp in the back, also a white gold clasp. And I'm gonna go ahead and start here and do a quick little pillow roll just to show you how beautiful this watch is. Okay. So as you can see, we have a nice clean ceramic bezel, an extremely clean sapphire crystal, not a single mark on there at all. And you can even see how clean the front of this casing is. Where the lugs are, has this nice high polish finish. To the sides of that or in the center, another high polish finish on both sides. But in between that, we have a nice matte brushed finishing. Okay. Let's go ahead and carefully take this off the pillow. And I want to show you every single angle of this so that you can really get a feel for how clean this piece is. For the condition test, I like to kind of start in this neutral position and just slowly work my way up and around the watch. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the lore of this watch, why it's called the Baby Le Mans, and what makes this Daytona so special. Starting with this left side right here. We have the Oyster Flex logo. We have a nice clean clasp. And we have this left side case. And let's go ahead and go all the way around. So what the Le Mans is, it is a racetrack over in Europe. And why is that so special? And why is that so important? So when Rolex actually released the Daytona, it was actually called the Le Mans at first. And it was named after the racetrack or the very popular racetrack in Europe. And they basically came out with the Le Mans, which was this Daytona shape and function to kind of commemorate and celebrate that. Also to theme it after that. The whole point of this watch is that it has a tachymetric bezel to measure distance, time, and speed. It has these chronograph pushers. And when you unscrew these, it looks like a stopwatch. They started by calling the Daytona the Le Mans. And then they realized that a lot of their consumer base and their clients and their fan base, right, is actually based in the US, right? A lot of the Rolex fan base is based in the US. And because it was based in the US, like the Le Mans racetrack just didn't stick to people. It didn't have a ring, but we did have something called the Daytona racetrack, right? So eventually Rolex decided to switch over their name to Daytona. And they started calling this watch the Daytona, which, obviously caught a lot more popularity. It stuck with people a little bit more, became such a sought-after watch. And as you can see, the clasp is super clean. Just opening this up here. Here's the inside of the clasp. You can see that clasp logo. Very, very beautiful. case back as well. You can see the Oyster Flex. On this Oyster Flex, we do have size F and size D. And we have a nice case back sticker behind that as well. So everything on this watch is looking extra, extra clean. Back to my story. During Rolex's 50th anniversary, which happened somewhere between 2020 and 2022, they had their 50th anniversary, and Rolex came out with the watch that looked exactly like this, and it was called the Le Mans. The only difference was that on the case back, there was actually an engraving done by Rolex that said 50th anniversary, and it said Le Mans on it. And it was to commemorate the making of the Daytona, and also commemorate Rolex, and just commemorate like a whole bunch of things. And that watch is very, very special because it shot up in price. They completely discontinued it. You couldn't get it anymore. And so it actually shot up to around $300,000. And I think at the peak, it was almost 500K. So eventually in 2023, I believe, they actually re-released this watch without the engraving, as you can see, but still has that same exact look. And what people started calling it is the Baby Le Mans. Hopefully that gives you a little bit more context on why this watch is so special and why Daytonas are so special. Again, back to the video. Now that we've taken a look at all of the condition, let's go ahead and take a look at the functions. So we have a screw down crown on the right side. Let's go ahead and unscrew it and pull it out. We can adjust the time here. So let's go ahead and do a full 24-hour sweep. Okay. Let's go ahead and set the dates or the time so that we can see that Daytona logo. And we do have the chronograph pushers at the top and the bottom. As you can see, when I unscrew it, both sides, it literally gives you that look of an old school stopwatch, right? Like that they use for races, for running, track and sprint, and also for racing cars, right? And racing on the track. So just like a usual chronograph, we have the top pusher, which does the start and pause. As you can see, you have that chronograph hand running. I'm gonna let it run for a little bit. And then while it's running, let's go ahead and talk about the subdials here. So at this bottom 6 o'clock subdial, we do have the small seconds hand. Now this is the actual seconds hand, what people will use to track the seconds. Right? People don't typically use the chronograph, but you can use the chronograph. On this left side at the 9 o'clock position, we have a subdial that keeps track of the hours. So this actually tracks how many rotations the chronograph has made in 30-minute intervals, and each marker representing 1 hour, and everything in between representing 30 minutes. And then we have this right subdial at the 3 o'clock position, which actually keeps track of the minutes. So how many rotations the chronograph has made. And that goes up from 1 minute to 30 minutes, right? And once it hits 30 minutes, this left subdial will move 1 space. So as you can see on the right subdial, it's already moved 1 space. It's gone to the first marker, which symbolizes 1 minute. So now we can pause it. And while it's paused, we can reset it. And it resets both subdials right there. And it resets the hand back to 12 o'clock. Just like that. Let's go ahead and put this beautiful watch away and take a look at the set contents here. I'm going to take off my gloves for this. So very standard. We do get a Cosmograph Daytona manual. We get a warranty booklet, worldwide service. We have a nice little Rolex green wallet. And we have the warranty card 126519LN, matching that reference number exactly. This one is a 2024. Very beautiful. And of course, we do get these hang tags right here. So nice Rolex hang tags to show some proof of authenticity. So we have both the green hang tag and the white hang tag. Put this back on the pillow, close up the box, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned a little bit about the Daytona, about the Le Mans, and everything special about this watch. All right, thank you so much.